That's great, Mr. Edwards. Don't worry, she'll be there. Thanks a lot. Bye.
You'll be where?
Rosie, outside school this afternoon, packed and ready to go skiing.
You what?
Well, we talked about it last night.
You mentioned it and I said no.
Well, she needs to get away from him, Kevin, and the sooner the better.
I can't believe this. So you've arranged all that behind me back?
Well, somebody had to do something.
You are completely out of order.
And so is our daughter, in case you haven't noticed.
Sending her away's not going to solve anything.
Well, it's worth a try.
We've already told her she can't go. What message does this send, eh? Misbehave? Get rewarded?
It'll give her time to think.
Oh, if you believe that. Anyway, can't afford it.
Well, we'll have to find the money, won't we?
And anyway, you said you'd never go behind me back again.
There's no point going on about it, Kevin. I've done it now. Unless you want to phone the school and show me up by cancelling it.
But it's just desperate.
I am desperate. Our little girl is about to throw her life away. And if the law of the land won't stop it, then we have to.
Morning, Fred.
Morning.
Have a colour supplement going back in if you want it. 17 Maudsley Street had a spare. It's one of the perks of the job.
You haven't got a spare Beano, have you?
No, Beano's not out till next Thursday.
I'll forego the pleasure if you don't mind. Hey, Audrey. This young fella of yours, I think he's trying to bribe his way into square dealers.
I'm sorry. I don't suppose you want one.
No, thank you.
Bit flippant under the circumstances. You heard about the police, I take it?
Yes. Yes, I did. So, what do they say?
They wanted to know what our Craig had been up to with Rosie.
Are they taking any action?
No, they seem happy. Everything's above board. Well, as much as it can be at that age.
So you're not in the line of fire, then?
No, thank goodness. I don't know what possessed her parents to call the police, and it's blown up out of all proportion.
Keith, are you free later on? I mean, around dinner time?
Yeah, why?
One or two things I've got to do in the salon, actually, but I'd just like a few words, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to give me a clue?
Do you want a surprise or not?
Well, I suppose I do.
Then stop asking questions and get in the car.
Sophie not up yet? Just as well, because we've got something to tell you, haven't we, Kevin?
That's right.
We know it's not been much fun for you these past few days, and we thought, what can we do to cheer her up? And then we remembered that skiing trip you wanted to go on. And we know how much it meant to you, all your best friends going in that. So we've had a talk, and, well, we think you should go after all.
But should I?
Yeah, well, I've rung Mr. Edwards, and there's plenty of places. He said it's fine.
No way am I going. You're only doing it to get me away from Craig.
But I've booked it.
Tom!
Rosie, I am not phoning Mr. Edwards and cancelling it now. You are going on the school trip.
Whether I like it or not. What are you going to do? Call the police? Send my love to Mr. Edwards when you speak to him.
That went well, Sal.
I know exactly what you're going to say. I've made a mess of this Craig and Rosie business. I mean, you said the other day I were being too casual, and I ignored you, and I should have listened to you. So now your name is being dragged through the mud by association with me, so if you want to end that association, I shall quite understand. But you deserve better in your time of life.
No, actually, Keith, it was something else I wanted to ask you.
What?
This blooming paper round you do.
Oh, what about it?
It's just that I find it a bit embarrassing, you know, telling people that I'm going out with a paper lad my time of life. So, the thing I wanted to ask you was, would you mind giving it up, paper round?
Hey, I'm going to miss them duty-free prices now I'm back on land. What about happy hour? You were happy fortnight.
What are you having?
Oh, well, I'll have a large glass of red if you're offering.
OK, usual.
Please.
Could I have a pint, a red wine and a spritzer, please, Chef?
Yeah? Hey, my mum never said she was coming back today. Where is she paying the taxi?
No. She'll be on Romney Marsh by now.
Romney Marsh? In Kent?
Well, yeah, I think it's somewhere south of Watford.
I'm not with you.
She met someone on this cruise, so she's gonna have to stay with them.
What?
I did tell her to ring and warn you, but she wouldn't have it. She did ask me to give you this letter, though. Sorry, I have to be the one to tell you.
I'm not proud of the way I feel, Keith, honestly.
Oh, not too ashamed to mention it, though.
It's just rather difficult, you know, when customers come into the salon who knew me from my town hall days, you know, Lady Mayoress.
Before you started slumming with me, you mean?
Oh, now, come on, come on. I mean, it can't be very nice for you, can it? Turning up with a lot of spotty 13-year-olds. And for what? Just a few measly quid?
Well, it may be a few measly quid to you, but it's a hell of a lot to me. And I'm not ashamed of how I earn it, anyway. Well, if it doesn't suit you, you better find yourself another gentleman friend who doesn't embarrass you.
God help you if you went bananas in those days. I wouldn't fancy getting strapped into that.
When you said museum, I did rather think old paintings and furniture.
I did tell you it had a difference.
Not come much difference than mental hospital museums.
It's a highly respected institution. Academics come from all over to do their research here.
That may be so, but I can think of better ways of spending a Sunday than looking at padded cells and Victorian straitjackets.
I'm sorry. Is it pressing old buttons?
It's giving me the creeps, I do know that.
I should have come on. Come on, let's go.
Do you really find all this interesting?
The human brain is the most fascinating thing there is.
The disturbed human brain, you mean?
OK, but it's how we cure it. We still haven't got a clue. We can put a man on the moon, but if someone goes doolally, we lock them up and restrain them like we always did. Except today, we do it with drugs.
So, what do psychiatrists do? I mean, we didn't have them back then, did we? I thought we understood it all more now.
We understand some things more. We can help people change their behaviour with various kinds of therapies. But if someone has a serious mental illness, is a danger to themselves and others, we're still pretty helpless.
Is this what your dissertation's about?
In part. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Shakespeare. The answer was no then. Still no. Anyway, you've had enough. Come on.
No, hold your horses. It might be more interesting than I thought.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you going to get into trouble?
There's nothing the police can do to either of us. Did you know they were going to do it?
They've completely lost it.
I can't believe they thought they were going to split us up.
Still trying, you know.
How do you mean?
You know that skiing trip they couldn't afford 2 weeks ago? Well, suddenly I can go. Today.
To get you away from me?
I told them to stuff it.
They're mental.
I'd rather die than be apart from you.
Oh, because we try and be responsible.
You should have seen her face when I said I wasn't going. She thought I'd just go along with it. It was so funny.
Unless you did go.
What?
Let them think they've won. And then when you get back and they see nothing's changed, they'll have spent all that money.
Are you serious?
Teach them a lesson.
You have got an evil mind.
And then what will they do? They'll have nothing else to throw at us. They might even see that we're for real.
Yeah, but I don't want to be away from you.
It's only a week.
Yeah, but...
What's a week? We've got the rest of our lives together and there is nothing they can do about it.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
Will you stop going on about it? You took your time. So what are you looking at me like that for?
Is that skiing trip still on offer?
Yes, why?
Well, can I go in it?
What's changed your mind?
Just seems mad not to. Just can I?
Did you sleep any better last night?
A couple of hours. More than I did the night before.
You look exhausted. Dev got the twins?
Yeah. He's really good with them.
And are you okay with that? Well, you must be if you're letting him do it.
I let him have them. Because I can't cope on my own.
Oh, love. I thought I could. I was so determined. Everyone finds it hard to begin with. I hate him. But I let him have my kids so I can have a bath or go to sleep or come and see you. I've started to hate myself for it.
Well, you mustn't.
He's creeping his way back into my life and I'm letting him. After everything I said.
You're letting him at the moment. It doesn't mean to say it has to stay like that.
And then I find myself thinking, well, it's for the best, for the twins anyway. What's pride against them having two loving parents and a father that can provide? Maybe if I could forgive him.
And could you?
I'm too angry to forgive him. And I'm too tired to stop him helping me. How dare he be a good father after all he did to the others? I hate him for helping me.
But you can't have it both ways, love.
And that's the problem. I don't know what I want.
So, I might have a convert to the cause.
Wouldn't go that far.
How far would you go? But you enjoyed your surprise in the end.
It was a pleasant enough day out, I suppose.
Day's not over yet.
You're home early? I said you're home early.
It's all right to spoil the party.
You're not spoiling anything.
Is there any dinner left?
No, we ate out. Didn't Martin feed you?
We just had a sandwich. They won't eat until tea time.
So why didn't you stay?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Is everything all right there?
Yeah. I just make myself something to eat.
So what did you do this weekend?
This and that.
David, are you sure everything's okay?
Yeah. Why do you keep asking?
Because you don't normally come back till late and you're full of life when you do.
Well, there's no wrong with them. They're as happy as Larry.
And what does that mean? David, what's going on?
Having a baby, aren't they? Is this all the bread we've got?
So how long has she known this fella then?
Greg, a couple of weeks.
And how do we know he's going to look after her?
He's got enough money.
It's not all about money though, is it?
Well, I was shocked, I must say, but it seems all right. Just have to hope for the best, don't we? So, there's me and Vernon, Bev and Greg, and we're walking along this marina, pie-eyed, right? Suddenly, this voice sings out, "Do you fancy a trip round the bay?" This is Greg's mate, who he's been looking for. He has got this huge flaming yacht that is rented. You could have driven a double-decker on it.
Fred, I've got something to tell you.
Does that mean Beverly's back?
I'm afraid it doesn't now.
Why, what's happened?
She met someone on the cruise, and she's gone off to stay with him for a bit.
I see.
It came as a shock to me as well. I mean, I've been trying to ring her and she's not been answering.
I hope she'll be very happy.
He's called Greg and he's got his own business and he lives in Kent. And...
I don't need to know the details, thank you. She's a grown woman, it's her life. I'm sure she knows what she's doing.
So then, Greg says to Beth, do you fancy a swim? Next thing you know, we're all in sea in January. Oh, yeah, we're warm enough. Then...
How long have they known?
Couple of weeks.
Didn't waste much time, did they? Was it planned?
I don't even want to go there. Thanks.
Is that why you came back early?
No.
Well, I mean, if they were all cosy together and you felt left out, doesn't mean he'll stop caring for you, you know. You'll still be the most important thing in his life.
Don't make me laugh. I didn't see him for dust when he got Katie up the spout.
No, that's not true.
You even had to go at him yourself over it.
I'm sure he'll bend over backwards to make you feel welcome.
He's got a new life now. What does he want me for?
You're his firstborn, David. You'll always be important.
Who asked you?
You're not the first to go through a thing like this.
Oh, great. I feel better already.
Phil's only trying to help.
Well, I don't want his help. I just want to live in a normal family like I used to. I just get in the way now. Why don't I just jump under a tram? Then at least all you lot can live happily ever after without me.
David!
So, are pizzas all the cracked up to be in Naples?
You what? I've had better from the precinct. Not ham and pineapple inside.
Did you get through to her?
Yes.
And?
She's no plans on coming back. She's going to see how it goes. Seems quite struck on him. I'm sorry, Fred.
Did she ask after me?
No. Well, she's asking for trouble if you ask me. Shacking up with someone she doesn't even know.
Why? When she's met a fella that makes her feel young again?
Well, it won't be the first time she's made this mistake if it all goes wrong.
What if it does? Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. She'd leave a big hole.
Where's Mum?
I've not lied there. I'm just making some soup. You want any help? It's fun. Try it. Carrots first, then onions. I'll get the pan. Do you like cooking?
No.
I find it quite therapeutic.
What don't you find therapeutic?
Lots of things. Getting up in the morning, sitting in traffic. Getting my fingers caught in car doors. Careful, you'll have a nasty accident.
What I did to you were no accident.
Oh, I know. It's good to get your own back. Does that make us all square?
Well, I don't know, does it?
How about I get you one ahead?
What, and let me break your arm?
I'll tell your mum what happened that day I pinned you against the wall. For which I apologise, by the way.
And what would that get me?
She'll know you were telling the truth all along, and I'll get it in the neck. You can't lose.
And then we bury the hatchet and become big buddies.
Life's not as simple as that, but we can't go on like this.
I haven't even started on you.
So do you still think I've done a bad thing?
Out the woods just because she's gone away for a week.
No, but we've turned a corner. I mean, why else would she have gone?
Why has she gone?
Because a skiing holiday is better than mooching round here pining for a deadhead like Craig Harris. She must know deep down it's never going to last.
You sure about that?
Well, half the reason she's seeing him is to wind us up. Give her the chance to do something really nice, she's off like a shot.
Wasn't saying that at breakfast.
Yeah, well, she spent half the morning thinking about it and realised she'd be cutting her nose off to spite her face.
Won't stop her thinking about him.
Till she sees all them dishy skiing instructors out there. You can bet they're not going to look like Dracula or have families that slaughter each other.
So she's going to get pregnant over there instead of here, eh?
So she'll have a normal teenage crush and she'll come back with a new perspective. Mr. Edwards assured me, Kev, there'd be no hanky-panky.
Oh, I hope you're right.
Give me some credit, Kevin. We're better off than we were yesterday.
Yeah, I give you that.
I mean, it must be getting her down, us having a go at her all the time. Do you know, I do think she's coming to her senses. Come Easter, with any luck, and Craig Harris will be history.
Hey Craig, don't get up to any fish cheap on the way, okay? You up?